Hey y'all, it's Dr. Know-It-All. I am going to try something different and go live. As you can very clearly tell with the white interior, I am now in the new Tesla Model Y, and actually following misinformation because she is driving back home again in our Model 3. So I wanted to do a quick comparison of this car versus it was a 2021 officially model year Model Y, the old one that we had. And but we purchased it in December of 2020, so it was manufactured sometime probably around October, November of 2020. So anyway, it's just about 3 years between the two models. The some big differences, of course, on the inside is white interior, which is pretty cool, and on the outside, of course, it is red, and hopefully the thumbnail shows that. So that is pretty awesome. Sorry, one thing I'm going to get to in just a second. So we were driving down I-16 away from Savannah back towards Athens, and just enjoying the drive. I did go ahead and I guess quote purchase the acceleration boost. I'd always wanted to do that in the old car, and so yeah, now I have a red car and I've got acceleration boost. It's like it's going to be. My son's told me already that I'm going to get 2 tickets in the first week of driving this car. So let's knock on wood and hope that doesn't happen. If I do happen to get a ticket while I'm talking to you, that'll be really interesting. We'll be able to live stream a ticket. So, but I'm not hoping for that. I really don't want a ticket. That would suck. So no reason for that. I'm not even driving the speed limit right now because everything's kind of backed up. So sorry about that. Yeah. So let's talk about that. The very first thing is that full self-driving beta is not available on this car. So I took advantage of the reason why I ended up purchasing this car now, and you notice it is September 30th, which is the last day of the quarter, was precisely because we could transfer full self-driving between the old car and the new car. So this car now is the one that has full self-driving on it, and of course it has hardware 4, which is a huge improvement, and I'm going to talk about that more in a second. But the problem is that somehow I've got too advanced of a software version for full self-driving beta, which really sucks. So what must have happened is that because it was manufactured so recently, that either Tesla or the Savannah Tesla shop installed the newest software in the car. And the problem with that is that newest software is a version that is ahead of the full self-driving version. And so until the full self-driving software gets to 11.4 something, it's going to unfortunately not be able to utilize full self-driving, which kind of sucks. It used to be that Tesla would release software updates all the time. Right now, I don't know. It could take a long time. So there are people who are asking questions in here. I can't see particularly well what they are. So anyway, if you have comments, hopefully I'll be able to respond to them as people ask them. But anyway, I don't know. I wonder if you'll all notice it might be a little bit quieter in here. Oh, right. Okay, so what I've got instead of full self-driving is Autosteer, which is kind of halfway bugging me because it's like almost full self-driving, but not quite. So it just was putting on its turn signal, but I have to do the old thing where you confirm by pushing down the turn stalk to make it actually go. And so my brain was like, what? So anyway, yeah, so it's got the new hardware. It's really cool. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. It's got the new hardware in it, which is awesome. The camera view, when I turned the reverse on to back up the first time, I was like, whoa, it's way better. I think it's an AMD Ryzen chip that's driving the display now. That is substantially better. It's a lot faster, a lot less laggy. It's dangerous to drive. The car is driving itself. I just want to make sure, even though it's not officially full self-driving beta, the car is driving itself right now. I'm of course monitoring the driving. But, so anyway, perhaps it is dangerous, but I don't believe so because I'm monitoring, and I certainly have made phone calls and talked to people while I've been driving the car before. So it's no different than that. The phone is mounted onto a magnetic mount, so it's not going anywhere. I don't have to touch it, so I really don't have to deal with it. And quite frankly, if Elon was able to do handheld full self-driving demo, I think I'll be okay. So yeah. I like the butt. Oh, cool. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, white seats, awesome. Red, awesome. Misinformation is super salty about the white seats. She really, really wanted to get white seats, and it somehow didn't work out that we got that, and so she's very upset about that. So I have a feeling that she may be driving this car a lot. So she may be actually doing more driving in this car than me, at least in the near term, because she really likes the white seats a lot. I personally don't care either way, but I do, it is pretty nice to see that. So anyway, so we got the white seats, we've got the red exterior, we've got hardware 4. Those are nice upgrades. And the cameras definitely just look so much better. It was beautiful, the view of it and everything, and the display is faster. Getting into more subtlety, the car is stiffer. It's a very noticeable difference. So the old Model Y, of course, this is a Texas made. It starts with a 7, so I believe that means it was made in Texas. I could be wrong about that, but anyway, the old Model Y had rear giga casting, but the front was more the traditional way of building the front, right? So a bunch of pieces and things. And I'm actually going to do a video on this because there is, I think it's Autoline that just did a video recently, which was fantastic, that shows how the front of a new Model Y is put together, and it's really amazing. It'll probably come out within the next 24 hours or so. As soon as I get home, I'll probably do it. But it's amazing. But anyway, so the whole front, the main part of the structure of the front now is talking about the structural battery pack. I don't think, because this is the long range, not the short range standard range one, which does have the 4680 structural battery pack. But I don't know the details. It is possible that we might be getting pack in this as well. I'm going to have to stop the call here shortly because my wife is, oh, and there's a police car. So I'm going to move over, and I'm going to drive the speed limit. So there we go. Very close. I wasn't driving that much faster than the speed limit anyway, but I'm going to be very, very careful right now because of the red car and everything. So good to know that there are police out here today. It's a Saturday, so I have a feeling that they're probably very happy to give people tickets on a Saturday. So anyway, the subtle difference is that there is a distinct stiffness in the car that was not, just feels more rigid as you drive. It was not like there was a problem or anything, but there was just a little bit of flexibility that was causing problems. Anyway, it didn't feel as stiff as this. This has much stiffer handling, and it's really, really amazing to feel the difference and how distinctly better it feels. Now, I do have the car in sport mode. Everything is set to the most sporty possible because I like that. So I'm sure if I tested it and set it, actually, we can go ahead and do that. Controls, let's see if I can remember where that is. Yeah, let me change it to, really, it's only the steering mode is like comfort versus sport. So anyway, I think it's just going to generally have that feeling of being a little bit stiffer, and everything is a little more held together. And I noticed that there's a slight difference between the way that the brakes are and the accelerator pedal. There's just a little subtle difference in when you step on it versus not stepping on it. When you are, it's a little bit stronger, aggressive braking as you let your foot off the pedal. Again, within a couple of days, I will probably lose that feeling. But right now, because I just was driving the Model Y, I can feel the difference. And it's a subtle difference, but it's actually kind of, everything is to the good. I couldn't say anything like it's bad or anything like that. It's very much to the good that the car is a little stiffer, that the regen is a little bit stronger, that when you step on it, now I haven't even had a chance, I installed the acceleration boost, so I will have, hopefully that will be a wonderful thing when I get to it, but I haven't had a chance to try it out yet because, of course, we've been driving in a very crowded city and then on the highway, and neither of those places can you really stomp on it. So once I get to a place and actually am able to make a stop, my wife is turning off the road up here, so I'm going to assume that she has a reason to be doing that. Not exactly sure why, because we have a long ways to go, but anyway, so she's getting off the road and I'm following her, and I was planning on talking for a little bit longer, but let's see. what type of wheels? Oh, I got the standard wheels. Now that was the one bummer because I really, really like the black wheels, but I don't like the 20-inch tires because it gets less range and they're just thinner tires. I don't like thin tires. I don't trust them. I really want fat tires. I want like bigger amount of air between like the tire and the ground. I feel like it handles things like potholes and bad road conditions and stuff like that better. So anyway, you know, all of that stuff being equal, we are let me get off the road here. I'm going to put it back in. Oh, yeah, she is actually getting off the road here. So anyway, I guess I'm going to have to go because she's getting off the road. I'm not exactly sure why, but I am going to sign off a little bit early. Sorry about that. And I will talk to you all in the next video. Definitely stay tuned for how this thing is built because it's really amazing. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.